Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. We're going to do our daily technical analysis of uranium. And someone asked me the question. It's a weird question, all right? But I thought it was kind of funny because I thought of a bunch of different answers. So here's the question, all right? If you could name your next kid, since we all love uranium, what mining company name would you name your next kid after? And I was thinking about this and I was like, oh, little Goviacs, that sounds great. I was kind of thinking more gothic, a gothic tone there, kind of an underlying gothic tone. If I was going to have a little girl, it could be Pure Point. That'd be a pretty nice name, Pure Point. But then, I got to thinking, man, what if someone named their girl Deep Yellow? I don't know if that would be a solid name. And then I was like, what about the NASCAR fans? You got the NASCAR fans, and you've got like Dale Earnhardt and Dale Earnhardt Jr. I'd be like, oh, it'd be Fission and Fission 3.0 running around racing. So I thought that was kind of funny thinking about that stuff. Banny or Bannerman, that'd be a pretty good one. What else was there? I was trying to think of a lot of the African names like Paladin. Paladin could be a good one. But I just wanted to start with that because it was kind of funny as I was thinking about that. I don't know why. But here we go. We'll jump into it. These are the technical analysis. Again, this is just my financial opinion. The physical price, you know what? It's been strong. It's killing it. Looking across, a little bit of resistance here. It's 49.65 is the latest one that I got. And I know some people have a little bit later tickers. So here's URNM. We had a pretty large sell-off day. So the momentum did shift. It's coming back. We have a wick on the bottom, which means it sold down through it and came back up. So momentum's coming at least off the bottom of today. Lots of volume. Now let's look at the long-term picture here. Let me throw in a thing here and let's see if we backtest it all in one day. Somewhere like that. Yeah, it looks like it's close. Looks like we're almost at support level. We'll see if it holds, guys, because it came up and then like backtested all in one day. That was a massive sell-off. Or we may come back underneath and come back underneath this support line, resistance line, however you want to look at it, depending which way you're going. It's resistance line basically from where we're at today, coming back up and through it. So it does like to gravitate towards these resistance trend lines. So we popped out and then came back underneath it. Pretty common, but the volumes are massive. So we'll see what happens. Camco finished pretty strong here, so we could be continuing to pull back a little bit lower. We do have support here at 22, so we'll see what happens. Next Gen Energy, again, we may pull back to this $5 mark. This is very common to happen. So what we do, and I'll throw in a line here just so you guys can see it, is we come in here, we come in, we break through this, like a high, we'll call it. It comes up, it kind of consolidates a little bit. We get a bearish engulfing, it sells off and comes back and retests this high of about $5. So we're real close to this retest. We'll see what happens tomorrow, or I should say Monday, next trading day. We've come off from this oversold, we'll call it not oversold, but overbought RSI number. It's coming back to some, I'll call it normalcy. So we're coming back. We'll see if the $5 line holds. Fission, again, we're getting this kind of rollover. Momentum's coming back down. And these things can change ultra quick with volumes this high. So, I mean, these things can turn on a dime. This black candlestick is a reversal day. We did sell off. We do have support under here, right here, which is a little ways away. And sometimes, they break through, they come back, they backtest. Sometimes they don't go all the way back. And with volume this high, with momentum and all the money getting sloshed around, volatility is going to increase. And what I do is I don't do anything. I just hold on and I ride through it. So this is going to be volatile. We could come back another day or two, or maybe not. I mean, this volume is really high, and it's gonna throw people around. So get ready for it. Canalaska, we still haven't kind of broken through its all-time high or 52-week high. Nice big sell-off day today. So hold on there. Pure Point, same thing. It wants to come back below this 12-cent ultra resistance level. We'll call it. It's trying to get through it, but it can't. May have to base out a little bit and come back and regain some strength and kind of do like a circle type pattern, like a cup and handle pattern. Fission 3.0 sold off again today. Not too bad of a down day, and just keep in mind, guys, this can reverse ultra quick. So I'm not trying to do the whole timing thing. I'm holding on. I'm gonna hold on here. This could be a back test of 13 cents right here, and it did finish. It opened lower and finished up, but it was still a down day. So this could have the momentum coming up a little bit. So we'll see what happens next trading day. Standard, again, it sold off. Some sellers up here, but nothing too ridiculous. Base load did sell off pretty hard today. Finished strong to the downside. We'll see where this ends up next trading session. Momentum is down. Azincourt sold off again. Little wick on the bottom. That looks pretty normal, like we're just kind of basing out here. Forum Energy Metals down today. Did it break its uptrend line? Not that it would really matter, because I'm not going to do anything different. But it could, yeah, it did break its steep upward trend line. We'll see what happens tomorrow, if it pops it back up or if we consolidate sideways for a little bit. UEXCF, again, guys, this black day candlestick was a little bit of a top. The momentum's coming back down. Little wick on the bottom. Denison Mines, $1.50 is kind of where that support is. We're coming into this resistance of sellers, and the resistance is strong. So it's going to take some time to get through here. We may consolidate a little bit sideways before making another move, but I'm going to stick to my guns here and say be careful on what you do here, because the momentum, the money flows are so strong that they can throw you any which direction. The stock can move fast. It can change on a dime. So be ready. I bet you it's coming back and doing a little retest party here. That's what I think. Yeah, it's doing a retest party. See that? We broke out, came back and retest. We'll see what happens. This could turn on a dime and fling on higher. So you know what? I don't play with fire. I play with energy fuels. So I just hold on. I don't do anything. UEC is kind of doing the same thing. It's almost like a back test. We got a lot of buyers and sellers through here. This is kind of the high here. There's a couple more in here. So it's coming back and retesting that. So this thing could shoot off at any point, and we'll see. We got a little wick on the bottom. You got tons of volume. URG is doing the same thing with the wick on the bottom here. Momentum came down and came back up. I'd just hold on. This thing is volatile. Momentum is coming down. We'll see if it can reverse here the next day or two. Bannerman, strong as bull. This thing, it's heading up there. It's down day today. I'm trying to think. It did finish kind of strong. Momentum is to the downside a little bit. So we'll see what happens next trading session. And the black candlestick does provide a good signal that is a reversal day of momentum and that it came down today, but not really too much damage. I do think we've got a lot of support, 75 cents. I don't know if it's going to fall back down there or not. But Forces Metals doing kind of a little back test, little wick on the bottom, coming back to a back test. So there's buyers down here. So we'll see if this thing can reverse higher. We'll see. And Goviax, this is a strong selling day today. This momentum's definitely to the downside. We could see it come back and try to retest 32 cents or something like that before heading higher. That's a definite possibility. Goviax, again, coming back and kind of doing this back test to 280. What we're doing is we're breaking these patterns, guys, and they're trying to back test and cool off. This is basically a pretty normal thing. It comes back, it touches it, it retests, and then we move on higher. But we'll see what happens. I don't want to say that we're necessarily just going to rocket higher. We could chill out and have a couple drinks here, and really relax for a little bit before moving up. But on the other hand, if the momentum and the money flows come in here, and they just keep piling into this stuff, I mean, this thing could do a nice big on move up. So I don't like being out. I just like holding on. I feel safer being in it and holding on than I do going in and out. Here is at 50 cents. It could pull back, but it's got a little wick, a little bit of buying pressure, throughout the day, at the end of the day. Doesn't look too bad. Peninsula, the sellers did get it. The black candlestick sold off the next day. The momentum killer. I'm going to call black candlesticks momentum killers. We do have some support, 19 cents-ish, somewhere in this range down here if it were to pull back a little bit more. Boss Energy, 18 cents, 19 cents, somewhere in this range down here is where the support is. Looks like we're kind of putting in a little short-term top. Centrus Energy is doing the same thing. We got this big white candlestick dude, and the reds are just sandwiching it. We do have wicks on the bottom, which means it opened here, came up, and then came back up, closed here. The momentum's coming back up. But we are pretty far away from the 50-day, this blue line, so we could pull back. And there's a lot of support in this $30 range-ish. Paladin, we get these big, strong breaks. We come back and retest, and then we'll probably head higher. International Consolidated Uranium, nice big down, bearish engulfing. We do have support kind of underneath here, right below it, so I don't think it has too much room to go down. Maybe a day or two. Kazatomprom, again, it's following suit with all the rest. Little wick on the bottom, which means it came down and came back up. That doesn't look horrible. But that's what I have for today. Selling day. We could still see a little bit more further downside, but again, when the volumes kick up like this and the money flows are sloshing all around, it's like playing with fire. This thing can change on a dime. It could be down, we put a little wick on the bottom, and then next day it opens lower and just flings on higher, and you see a 10% update or something. These things can move very quick. The volatility is insanely awesome if you like volatility. I do. I don't mind it. I like when my portfolio goes all over the place, but it's on an upward trajectory. That's what I like. I'm fine with volatility as long as it's on an upward trajectory. If it's on a really steep downward trajectory, I do not like that. Trust me on that. But I still think it doesn't look too bad. We just got to wait for the buyers to come in here. Give it a little bit of throttle this thing back up higher. I do think that we could come into some resistance with the dollar. The dollar has been going up in the short term. I know that doesn't seem like it has any correlation with uranium, but it does have an impact on commodities overall and the overall commodity sector. So we are seeing a stronger dollar, which is a headwind in the short term for our commodity investments. If you guys like this content, subscribe to the channel, hang out with us uranium heads. I don't know if we're like yellow heads, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But hang out on the channel, ask questions, put some comments below on what you guys think. What are you buying right now? What are you looking at? If I were to buy one company, I would be buying probably International Consolidated Uranium because I don't own any. Or, hold on, I might own it. I might own a little bit in one spot. Maybe. I'd have to look. I can't remember if I bought it or not. But that's one I'm definitely under-owned in. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. And So, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.